Can you hear me all right? Okay, that's really quiet. So Gaga gave me, other than life, my first gift ever. On the day I was born, a puppet of Lamb Chop, who is in a great deal of these pictures. Somewhere in infancy, I named him Baba because he's a sheep. At 24, I honestly still have a hard time sleeping without Baba, let alone traveling without him. He has lived in 4 states, visited 7 countries, 3 continents, and has survived multiple vicious pug attacks. As a child, I soothed myself at bedtime by curling his ears around my small fingers or by laying my cheek against his cold, embroidered brown eye. He is still my most cherished possession. Gaga liked to put her arms around me and my mom's shoulders and say to the ladies at the Bobby Brown counter, "We're the 3 generations." She required very specific and very hot temperatures for both soup and coffee. She texted me when she saw news stories about dogs rescuing children from fires. She grew beautiful plants. She had a bizarre phobia of cats. Gaga was also the only Southern woman I have ever known who earnestly and without a trace of scorn used the phrase, "bless her heart." Gaga was kind, she was resilient and vivid. She had the rare gift of instantly recognizing the best in people, of always thoroughly considering the other's perspective, even when she recognized that she disagreed. She loved to learn, to think, to have her mind opened and changed. She read thick Russian novels, worked crosswords, and a few years ago attended a weekly debate symposium on the death penalty. Gaga was probably the single best practitioner of self-care I have ever known. She worked hard to find happiness because she knew that she deserved it despite the serious hardships and tragedies of her life. Gaga tended to her mind, body, and spirit daily. She'd treat herself to a slice of sour cherry pie on a whim, or she'd watch one of the surprisingly raunchy comedies that she adored. When Harry Met Sally was a favorite. I worried she was lonely, but I think now that she was committed to herself, not out of resignation, but out of true self-love, which is a life-giving force that implored her to spread good to everyone around her. As she laid unconscious in her ICU bed, I went downstairs to the hospital gift shop and browsed around for a stuffed animal to put right next to her on the silk pillowcase we brought over from her apartment. I hated the thought of her being alone, and I had to go back to Vermont to work. I considered driving back to my parents' house, getting Baba, and finally giving him back to her. At the time, I thought she needed his healing powers more than me. I would have sacrificed anything to save her. But something held me back, hard, in my gut, almost supernaturally. I think now that this was her final living act of kindness towards me, to allow myself to continue to seek comfort and joy in a life that feels so silent without her. Thank you.